Welcome to the week ahead video. In this video, we'll be looking ahead to next week, trade opportunities that we can find that are in line with the techniques we use, such as the market cycle and harmonics. And also we'll reflect back on trades that we have taken. Before I can do any of that, I have to read out a risk warning. These trade signals are not personally recommended to you. Therefore, they do not become a regulated activity, which means you aren't protected by the Ombudsman or the Compensation Services Scheme. Synergy is authorized and regulated by the FCA, and the signal should be taken as information only. Right, let's get it out of the way and start on the chart. So we've had touch wood, we've had a really good couple of weeks, as you can see on some of the, obviously, if you're part of the group, you can see I started to post a little bit on Twitter or X to get some exposure, really. So let's have a look what we have here. We have AUD CAD. Now, to those that are new to this methodology, I'm just going to draw out the basic skeleton of what it is that I trade. So you imagine this drawing I'm doing here, but on scale that's minuscule, or on a scale that's, a super cycle level where we're talking the monthly chart. What you'll notice, this pattern is right in front of you here. Yeah, it's not, this is like the basic this is sort of the basic template that you need to have sort of bolted behind your glasses or in your eyes, burnt into your eyes, this pattern. So you can see it here. I will draw it because it's in front of you, but it's hard to see on all time frames. So there's the W bit. Let's label it 1, 2. Excuse the background noise, folks. Bloody airport around here at the minute, even though we live nowhere near one. Okay, so we can see 1, we can see 2, and we can see 3. Cool. So this is this leg up. So we know when we're here, when we've seen 2 consolidations, we know there's still a third to come. That's the edge. When there's 1 presented, that's not enough, really. It could have been it here. So you need to really weigh up your odds. And you can see it on the way down as well. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here on the way up. You can see the red consolidation zones, 1, 2. And this, in my eyes, is done at 1, 2, and I'm waiting for the third, and there's going to be a little tap up here. So let's go down to a lower time frame, see what's going on. So we had that butterfly, it led to a sell-off, then we had the ABCDs. So this is an ABCD pattern at the minute by simply, I'll go away. I want that blue one, right? So I want to put this right in the apex of that move. And I want to also draw straight out where the pattern is interacting with price. What you can see here is a series of high highs and high lows, and this is still a high low. The 78.6 retracement, which is one of the most important out there, let's put it that way, is being respected here. There's no doubt about that. So we've got like the blue harmonic setting up the framework for the trade. We understood where we are in that market cycle that I just showed you a moment ago. So we know we've got that blowing in a direction. We're trading at a higher low, which is also another important factor. Now, what I can see in this CD leg of the blue, we're complete, guys. We really are complete here. I'm surprised I missed. How did I miss that? It hasn't actually completed. It's bloody close. Bloody close. But that's how you trade. You weigh it up. Is it worth going in early? Is it not? Bullish. So that's a really good one for next week. Let me just turn on my why is it? Yeah, I mustn't forget that. That's a cracking setup. Let's see what we are served up closer time frame. Believe it or not, this is a week of drop here. It depends if you start here and end here, or you start here and end there. It's a no net. So difficult to be completely confident that we're not going to come off lower, but there's a couple of clues that are staring me. Let me just write that down. AD, CAD, big star next to it. All of this is lower lows and lower highs until it's not, which is consolidation. So we know in every sequence we had that drawing at the beginning. So we know that there's a consolidation coming here. 1, 2, 3, whatever. There's another one. And this is all lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So can we honestly say to ourselves we can see that consolidation on the way up yet? I'm not sure you can, but we can anticipate it. We want to anticipate price. Is there any evidence that we've broken price at all here? There is a lot. We can recognize this M here, and we can recognize the W here. We can recognize that there's 1, 2, 3 pushes, and we can recognize that we've got 1, 2, and potentially the start of 3. So it's a really important one to look out for next week. Am I not recording this? I am recording it. Jesus. Okay, moving on. AED CHF. This is another one that we did really nicely on. Last week we took the trade here. It gave us here 2 weeks ago actually, and now it's serving us up a famous Gartley. Can't argue with Gartley's in line with the trend because, well, this is early trend here. The trend is actually, so we're looking for down here. And if we need to now measure the, yeah, so it's a Gartley at the 61.8 and it's going to be between them both. So it's not going to be the prettiest and the retracement's not that steep as in the BC leg, 50% retracement. That pattern should complete. Now, perspective, why are we looking at this pattern? Well, because I believe we are at the end of a cycle. We've seen the two consolidations lower. Remember that drawing I showed you before, expecting all of that to play out on the right-hand side here, piling it on. You just got to try and pick your moments to get in. And these look like good times. Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, moving on. ADNZD. This one's really abstract, big pattern, 1, 2 up. And this looks like a huge consolidation potentially. It's starting to show some sort of signs of high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. That's potentially important. And you can see it in the smaller move here, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. That's 1, 2. It is going to give a 3, and I think it's going to complete up here, which will be an interesting one to fathom. Do I want to know about it? I think I might want to know about that because that is so clearly defined with the 1, 2, 1, 2. Just anticipate that's going to go on and complete. Okay, AUD/USD. This is the Mona Lisa of trading examples. Very difficult to get into it. I only got into it once recently. So you can see the pattern playing out again, 1, 2. But like AUD/NZD, it did have this high, 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 low structure, but it failed here. This is still all within this wick, which is, like a windbreaker on the beach. Price is going to be protected. It should not break. It's just, but people will see that as a break, but it's not. And, well, in my opinion, it's not. So we expect this to come off here. We are potentially here in that picture here. So a lot of pips to play for. We have to be attentive to get into this one. We had 3 days of drop, 1, 2, 3. I'm waiting for a retest, basically. A retest up here, I want to know. Excuse my yawns. Okay, missing out on some stocks. CAD CHF, but let's look at the old bean. So CAD CHF looks, well, I can certainly see something that's attractive to me anyway. There's a number of things that are good on this chart. The fact that you had 2 new highs completed, and the fact that you can recognize, first of all, that you've got the double bottom here, and you've got a zone here, and another zone here. Therefore, I want to know when this is going to be flashing me the old sign, and I want to be a part of that because that's a really nice looking pattern. Now let's look on the larger time frame. What's going on down here? Still a massive ABCD dominating. I haven't gone back to this one for a while because it's just chopped for so long. I'm not sure what to make of that pattern because we're still below the area here, but this move could take out that area. So it's a generational. This is 5 years. This whole pattern's, no, sorry, this pattern started in 2017, ended. What's amazing, guys, is time and price is powerful stuff. I've literally copied that line, and at the minute, price is literally just on there time-wise. We are talking days away from a big old move in CAD CHF. So definitely watching that space. I'm going to write that down. Bit contradictory there with AED CAD, but they're different, obviously, at the same time. So moving on. CAD JPY. I always like seeing this on the 2-day. See its intentions more. Again, remember this like windbreaker thing. Yeah, people probably thought that was a break, but it flipped on them. And what we can see is a defined pattern. Is this the top, or is this part of the push for level 3? That we don't know, so we have to wait and see. Euro AED, one of my favorites. Why? Because it's so good on the eye. I see this as this. I could be wrong. This could be 1, this could be 2, and this could be 3. Really could be, but time will tell. I think I'm seeing that all as consolidation. All of this is consolidation. And you've got the Gartley within that consolidation, which has set up a lot of, bullishness. The previous peaks up here, previous peaks up there, the price will look for that, in my opinion, doing this for a long time. It looks good. It could have a bite in its tail, but I'm prepared for that. I like this. This is a Gartley, by the way. This is a Gartley sell, but a low probability one because it's not retraced to the 78.6. So probability of that hurting you is high. Still, we've reacted from the sell point here. We could get down here, or it could be the trigger for an avalanche. But I think going against that pattern is the way. I really do. A lot of people are going to be seeing shoulder, head, shoulder, sell the Gartley. I mean, it sounds attractive for me to even do that now, but no. I've got to trade with the trend, and I have a setup here that is going to tell me it's going to move higher. There's just a certain sequence within this bit that I know is not going to let me down because I've seen it too many times. So I think that Gartley is going to fail. Number of reasons. Obvious ones, high, 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 low, high, high. Second obvious is obviously in line with the market cycle that I've got. Got this here, should play out. Reasons why it could not play out. Well, the Gartley's in line, that's it, and off a bigger Gartley here. So it's that's why it's going to be volatile. EuroCAD is another pattern pair that I like it a lot here. Level one consolidation, definitely. We've got the pattern here, 1, 2, and then consolidate. This is all resetting this move, and we're pushing again. High, 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 low, high, 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 low. Beautiful looking thing, very clearly defined on the left. Let's have a look. What's happened here? Let's have a look at this. So we've also got the ABCD with the 78.6 retrace and the 127% extension. Does look bullish. We shall see. Euro NZD, much like Euro AUD, pattern that I like a lot. We've done waves down and we're starting to make waves higher here. Much similar to Euro AUD, this one looks really good on the charts. Level 1, level 2, expecting higher. Could be wrong. Don't think so. Euro USD, level 1, level 2. This is a big level 1 high, and it's completed the harmonics. No coincidence there. No coincidence. We have completed pattern here. Let me just see what this has got left to run. Pretty much. That's pretty complete. Euro USD, ABCD. That's the power of the ABCD. So that's telling us that the harmonic move should be over for this cycle. And that's calling that within 75, 7-8 points. So what we can see here is a week of drop, second week of drop. Is it going to give us a third? Maybe. We'll have to keep an eye open for that. What else? GA, mega pattern, but corrected a bit actually, surprisingly so, because it is that bullish. So again, we have the 1, the 2, expecting the 3, and we're making high highs and high lows within the consolidation. Selling off at the minute. We've got harmonic here, harmonic here. Is there anything reason to touch this long yet? No, I don't see there is, so I'm not going to. But there was this Gartley here, X A B C D. No, there's nothing on there. GBP CAD. I really like this one because we've broken out the top of consolidation 1. We're making high highs and high lows. It looks to have potentially formed consolidation 2, and we're at the lows of that at the minute. So I'm going to keep my eye on that, see how that one's sort of playing out. Do want to be notified here. GBP this is another special one. Looks like it looks like, I don't really know at the minute, but there's certainly structure there. Level 1 consolidation, the lows of level 1. You can start to see high highs, high lows. It is worth potentially to consider a break and retest of this area, because that will be the 3, the first push of 3. But the problem for me, you haven't taken off this area here yet, so we could be visiting some extreme lows. That's not out the question. GBP USD is again pattern complete on the way down, pattern on the way up. Level 1 consolidation, I see that as, and price is broken through the harmonic. Well, it hasn't broken through. It reacted and then it's setting off again. It's just a bit delayed, like compared to Euro USD. NZD CAD, trying to make a go of it. We've got the harmonic swings 1, 2, 3 in size. This is coming off a higher low in consolidation, and we are setting up longs here, and it is looking quite promising. We've got the W 1, 2. Yeah, this looks like a nice thing to keep an eye on as well. NZD CAD. Oh, well done. NZD CAD. Like what it's showing me. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I like it. Right, moving on. NZD CHF, I might as well have a look at it. Yeah, it's setting something up here. I'm not convinced though either. So pass for now. NZD USD following the bigger brother Australian dollar, US dollar. So this is expecting shorts, and at the minute we are expecting shorts. It's just difficult to get into this one. Gold 25.62, as mentioned on my monthly chart. I think that's correcting now, and we're done on gold. If anything, it's a 1 and then a 2 coming, and then another surge. But first of all, we need to see a consolidation develop. And then back onto the kings. This is king. Go back and watch the previous videos. This is so bullish, it's frightening. Look at it. I mean, it's broken out now. Level 1, level 2, we sent this last week. It was one of the best performers for us, and it's just the way it's done its 3 targets. Super happy, super proud of that. So on that note, folks, thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best. To see you tomorrow.